Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Wildflower Karm and I'm coming at y'all today with a very quick video. So a lot of people ask me, about trimming their ends and like how do I trim my ends or do I go get them trimmed. The way I handle my ends is I normally, under normal circumstances, go once a year to a salon and get my hair straightened, and during that time they give me a very thorough and deep trim. I haven't been to a salon, you guys, and this will be the third year. So last time I got my hair straightened was 2016, and that was the last time I got a deep, thorough trim. But I do trim my hair, and I've given myself really good trims since then. But what I'm going to show you guys today is how I trim my hair, and I'm going to show you two different ways that I do it. How I do it when it's dry, and how I do it when it's wet. My hair is in this big old bun. This big old raggedy bun. It's really dirty and I'm actually about to wash it. If you want to know how I wash my hair, I'm just going to wash it and do a braid out. You could check out my video from, was it last week? And then I have a braid out video up from last week, and I'm going to be using that same product that I used last time because I absolutely loved it. It's the Mielle Organics Honey and Pomegranate and Honey line, and it is the souffle. Check out my last video and it'll give you all the details there. But if you want to know how I wash my hair, I definitely have it up in those two videos. But I'm gonna take my hair out of this bun thingy. So I would definitely say that me having my hair in that Mielle's, that braid out with the Mielle Organics, my hair is actually not super tangly, thank you Lord. So that means that my wash process is gonna be so much easier. So here's my scissors. Now, right now, I actually don't need to trim my hair this way because I just did it. So I'm only doing this for the purpose of showing you guys what I do. I don't always blow my hair out. A lot of times I'll cut it curly, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So let me bring this in a bit. So you guys can see my little individualized curls. This up here looks really good. It's my bangs, so it's my bangs, so it's like more freshly cut hair. But let me see. Okay, I'll show you with this curl. So can you see that? If you guys see how the curl at the end is just kind of like all wonky and just kind of go just kind of like comes out like that, like how it's like thicker and then it just kind of goes all crazy. When I'm cutting my hair while it's still curly, that's how I cut it. So I would literally just look at it, and the part that kind of like separates and is all like tangly, I just trim it off. So it's not a lot. It's just like the little fuzz at the ends. If you guys, let me. Now, that is a very tedious process, but I will definitely say the best curly hair salons in the world cut your hair curl by curl. For me, because I don't do wash and goes, but because I do twist outs, I would do a twist out on my hair and go literally curl by curl and cut off the little like fuzzy dead looking ends in order to give myself a trim while my hair was curly. I don't normally do that, if I'm being quite honest, just because it's so much work and it's so tedious. I'd rather pay a professional to cut my hair that way. But I will show you guys what I do. So I don't always blow my hair out, but what I do is I take a comb. I'm trying to look for a part that looks like it needs to be trimmed. And I like comb through my hair. And you kind of got to be careful with this, guys, because depending on how tangly your hair is, you might not necessarily want to comb it. But I've found that just combing the ends is not a huge deal. So I'll like comb out the ends of a section of my hair, and I just do this all over my hair. And so once again, you guys see how there's a part of my hair that's like thicker and curlier, and then there's a part at the very end that's just like fuzz, and it just kind of like where my ends just go psh. And like you can look and examine the ends of your hair and see, do they look split? Do they look like they need to be cut? These actually don't look terribly bad, but what I would do is I would bring my fingers all the way to the part that looks a little bit more see-through, which is only just about that much right there at the very end. And then I would take my scissors and just cut like that. And I'll show you guys what that was. So, just like that much. And I'll go back and show you. So this is what that section of hair looks like now. Like, it's thick. It's mostly uniformed all the way down. Like those little fuzzy ends that were there that were just kind of like, psh, if you can see, those really aren't there anymore. Now, once again, you guys, I am not a professional, but this is how I have mostly trimmed my hair, because I would say since I've been natural, it'll be 10 years this year. And prior to that, like I said, I was literally probably going to the salon for a trim, because I got my hair straightened once a year for probably about 5 or 6 years straight. So I've been able to grow this much hair, keeping it trimmed on my own. But when the professional does it, she definitely cuts more. She knows how to get all those different angles and stuff like that. I don't get into all of that because I just don't need to. I just do what I can. And for the most part, for me, it's gauging what parts of the ends of my hair look more ragged, if they're breaking, if they feel drier. And like I said, the only way I really can explain it is you'll see like curl, 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 and then just be like psh, at the end, like the ends are just struggling. Some of that is just normal wear and tear over the week of wearing your hair out. But if you examine it, you'll really be able to see, do my ends look split right there? And so what I do is just do that all over my head. And obviously the smarter way to do it is to part your hair into sections, and just once you've finished a section, like once you finish cutting a section, just like pin it to the side with the clip or something, so that you know that you've already cut that section of hair. I'm back and I have washed my hair, and as you can see, I'm doing my little Snoop Dogg braid out again. But I wanted to show you guys how I cut my hair when it's wet. This section of my hair is detangled and full of product. Normally what I do is I do a twist out when I want to trim my ends when they are wet. I do my normal twist. And then when I get to the ends, the way I seal my hair is I take the last 1.5 inches and I wrap it around my finger. Now, normally I know that my ends need to be cut if when I do this, it snaps and there's like a lot of straggly hairs. That wasn't the case today because, like I told you guys, I don't need to trim super bad because I trimmed my hair not that long ago. But as you can see, this little piece down here, I would cut that, because the other way I know that my ends need to be cut is if my twists don't like spring up all the way, if they don't curl all the way down and the ends just look like really limp. So I would just take that and cut that little bit off right there, and if you see, that's just like a full thick curl. Now, normally if I was actually doing that, my twist would be a lot smaller, and I would literally just do that to every single twist. Once again, I would like wrap the ends around my fingers. If it's snapping and it's like a lot of like straggly hairs on the end, I know it needs to be cut. And then the little limp part at the end of the twist, that's the part that I cut. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was somewhat informational for you all to help you learn how to lightly trim your hair, or even thoroughly trim your hair if you find that there's a lot to cut off in between you guys going to the shop. I highly suggest at the very least once a year going to a shop and getting a trim by a professional so that they can really get rid of all the dead ends. I think there is, I'm gonna go ahead and do my other braid, my last braid. I think there is a lot of controversy around, or just a lot of different opinions around trimming hair. I know going natural it seems as if the natural community, because we're not always in the hair shop, we trim our hair a lot less. And you will find a lot of professional hairstylists that feel like that is so taboo. Like they are so against that. They feel like you need to be getting your hair trimmed. I mean, I've heard so many things. I've heard some people tell me they get their hair trimmed every 6 weeks. I have heard some people say they get their hair trimmed every 3 months, which I think 3 months is a really good amount of time for me. I try to go through and look through my hair every few months. A lot of times I go longer than that because I just forget. But once again, I know when my hair gets bad based on how it feels and on how it looks. But I've heard so many people say so many different things. Do I think there's a such thing as over trimming your hair? Yes, I do think you can over trim your hair. And I say this not disrespectfully at all to any hairstylist. I think taking care of natural hair is something that is still relatively new to a lot of the world. And so you really need to be careful about who you let in your head with scissors. I have heard so many nightmares and horror stories. I mean, honestly, some of my favorite YouTubers that I follow all have nightmare horror stories from haircuts that they got from people who just didn't know how to handle natural curly hair. So I think that's definitely one of the reasons why I try to trim my own hair as much as I possibly can, because I trust myself in my head with scissors. Obviously that might not work for everybody. Some people find that if they don't trim their hair on a routine basis that it just won't grow, or that it'll split all the way up the shaft and just be really unhealthy. But you can also combat a lot of that with how you take care of your hair, and then even just doing stuff internally like drinking a lot of water. So yeah, I really hope that this helps somebody. Comment below if you have questions, because I know having healthy hair is really important to a lot of people, and then length retention is so important to a lot of people who've gone natural. I get so many questions about what do I put in my hair, because people really want to know, how do I grow my hair long? And you guys, let me tell y'all this, I am not gonna bamboozle y'all. Like, you are not gonna see me posting a video talking about how to grow your hair long in 30 days with rice water or whatever, because I'm not saying that rice water can't work for some people, but the truth is I have grown my hair out with time and patience and consistency, period. I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, and to be honest, I do by nature have longer hair. I've always had longer hair. I've always taken really good care of my hair. But when I was relaxed, my hair was not as long as it is now that I'm natural. I had pretty long relaxed hair, but it was stringy and it was not as healthy. This for me is by far the healthiest that my hair has ever been. But like I said, by nature, like my mom has longer hair, and so genetically my hair is longer. But I definitely can say that I've learned how to have healthy long hair and how to take care of it myself. There is no magic overnight pill. There just isn't. There's nothing that is going to grow your hair that long in 3 months or 30 days or any of these other short amount of times that people might tell you. But with consistency, hard work, and taking care of it, I believe that you can grow out your hair. I don't care what texture it is. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave comments, you guys. Let me know that you're out there if you watch my videos all the time. I really appreciate the interaction, and I hope you guys all have an awesome week. Bye.